We want to rebuild our roads and bridges because transportation is the key to commerce. Transportation is the key to commerce. It is the circulatory system. And in upstate New York, it's about the roads and the bridges. We want to invest more money than ever before in the history in the state of New York in upstate roads and bridges, $22 billion for roads and bridges in upstate New York. We want to invest $30 million in upstate public transportation. Whenever we can, use mass transit and public transportation, that is the best option. Downstate, we're investing a lot in mass transit. Why? We can't continue to get into cars and get on roads. It's pollution, it's a carbon footprint, it's extreme weather, it's climate change, it's cheaper to use mass transit. So wherever we can, we want to invest in it, and we're doing that upstate New York. But realistically, in upstate New York, mass transit is not the answer because we don't have enough mass transit. And transportation is the key. Rebuilding roads and bridges is part of it. The second part of it is reducing the cost to upstate businesses of doing business in upstate New York. The main artery is the New York State Thruway. Chairperson, is that the proper title? Chairperson, Joni Mahoney. The Thruway is an interesting story. The Thruway was financed by bonds, $600 million total cost. The tolls on the Thruway were supposed to repay the bonds. The bonds expired in 1996. The state said when the bonds expire, the tolls will come off the Thruway. What happened in 1996? The bonds were repaid. The tolls continued. Why? Because the state didn't want to give up the revenue from the Thruway, which was now a gravy train. And they continued the tolls. Those tolls are a burden on upstate businesses, and they have been for decades. They are a burden on upstate commuters. If you're doing business across upstate New York, you have to get on that Thruway, and that's how you get from Buffalo to Rochester to Syracuse to Albany, or you fly, or you take the Thruway. We want to bring down that cost of doing business.